Hello everyone, and welcome back to the American Dairy Farm. We are going to be taking care of some manure here this afternoon. Early this morning we drilled our oats in, so now we are going to be going down in that lower field. I went to town and leased a couple pieces of implements for the skid steer. Basically a brush fork, grapple, whatever you want to call it. And then I got a mulcher, which that's going to probably take care of the trees. Pretty much you can just go up to the tree and mulch it up with this. So we leased these. It only cost about $800. So we got 24 hours. So we're going to get it done here. Before we get into corn planting and soybean planting, we want to get little things like this done. And I was just thinking about it. After drilling them oats, I'm like, well, now's the time to get it done. So that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna add a little bit of liquid manure onto some of our fields before we plant them. And I think that's gonna help out a little bit. The biggest thing too is we can't go too heavy because it's gonna have, you know, once it dries and crusted, because we're not gonna disc it or anything like that. We probably should have done it before we did some cultivation, but we've done it in the past like this before, so it's not a big deal. But we're going to add a nice layer onto the fields here. You know, nothing too thick. We don't want it to be too much where it's crusted and it can't, you know, the plants can't come through the ground or the crop. So I'm going to get a worker hired here on this field here, and 3,800 gallons. He ain't going to be able to make it through this whole field, so unfortunately we'll have to work around that. But when we get him going, I am going to hopefully be able to come down here and take care of them trees that we marked earlier in the day. So let's see this. Let's open the course. We'll do 2 headlands because this seems like we have an issue with this field, and we don't want that. Actually, let's do this. Yeah. Alright, we'll get him going on that. And we'll have him start it. And should be just fine with that, so. Alright. So yeah, now's a good time to get this stuff done. And then with that slurry being spread, now we're gonna give it about a week, and so it'll be the second week of April. We'll be able to full swing into planting. We'll let that manure sit on the fields, and we do have a little bit of rain coming here in a couple days, so nothing too crazy. Right. Shut you off. And we'll head down there and get some trees taken care of here. And that's going to make it a lot nicer too, doing it now instead of waiting until it's too late, you know, and we either wait in the fall when we get the oats out, or we could do it, you know, now as we just drilled them. And if we drove out in the field a little bit, it's not going to hurt it. But we are not going to spread any manure in that field. I just feel like the weight of the tractor and the spreader is just too much. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm just not liking it. So we're going to just take care of the trees, at least for now. Yeah, I made sure that they're not spreading it too thick on there. So... but we'll get all of our small fields done, and we'll start even opening up on our bigger field with manure. And I really wish I had a trailer that I could haul it out to the field so we wouldn't have to drive back to the farm. But I guess it's not that big of a deal. I mean, really. But when you get down here in these longer fields, farther away from the farm, it'd just be nice. You save, you know, 10 minutes or so, if not more. So that field's okay. We're gonna cut across here. And this bottom field gave us a lot of issues when we got our corn out last year. And I should have got down here right away, but, you know, things happen. So now we're down here now, and we're going to take care of the nuisance trees that are overgrown into the field, causing a lot of shade in the field, and just issues with the combine hitting it. You can't get as close to the edge. Even when the co-op comes in here and sprays, they were having issues last year. So we're going to help them out. And we're gonna take care of them. I don't need them strobes on. There we go. So we're gonna go around and hopefully mulch them up. They should disappear when we add it to here. I will use a chainsaw on a few of them, but for the most part, we're just gonna make this nice and easy. And I want to take the brush hog along here too and cut this grass that's on here, so might be something they do as well. Taking care of the fields is important. There's our first mark tree, so let's see if this thing works. Oh, look at that. Now that's awesome. Yeah, not as realistic as it should be, but it's saves you a lot on time, that's for sure, which I'm okay with. And I thought we had a few more marked around here. Okay, so we got one here. Oh, no, you don't want to do it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got this pine marked off here too. I think the pines I'm going to cut with the chainsaw. And, yeah, I think I'll cut with them with the chainsaw. And then maybe we'll push them back. So let's go in. Yeah, I know there's some issues there. Oh. Okay, I can't even see the base of the tree there. There we go. We're gonna move that, and then we'll take the skid steer with the grapple there and get rid of it. Just a little shorter. Driving in the planted field. I don't seem to tip this back anymore. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this makes things so much easier. And I should actually just go along and cut most of these trees, but I'm just getting ones that are a nuisance that I know I've had issues with. Well, this one here fell down, looks like. Tilt, yeah, already. That must have just happened. I don't think that was like that when we replanted this. Oh, yeah. I got it marked, so see if we can get in here. This one we're not worried about. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so you can see there we need to refill the slurry already. So that's going to be one of the issues that we'll be running into, is constantly doing that here. So, all right, we're going to get into getting the rest of these cut here, and then we'll take the grapple there and get rid of all the excess and of these pines, the ones that we're not disappearing with the mulcher. And we're going to take care of some slurry as well. So catch back with you at the end of the episode here. right, we have got most of our fields with a fresh coat of slurry on there. 7:30 we had to do chores, so I took a little bit break to do that. But we got the trees cut, taken care of. I got that brush hog down there looking pretty good. And I'm just finishing up here. I'm done hauling for the night. I'm not gonna keep going. I've been doing this pretty much all day. After doing the tree cutting, so I'm gonna call her quits after this. We got down to about 100,000 in the holding tank, so we started with about 300, which is pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Got the 40/40 put away, and once this is empty, which should be about now. All right, I'm not even gonna worry about finishing it. So this is the farthest field down here. So we are going to call it quits right there. And that's a pretty productive day. Got drilled oats early this morning, and went in, cut trees, took care of that, cleaned it up down there in that field, and hauled a bunch of manure. So all around good day. And we're gonna focus on planting here on the second week of April, and hopefully get all of our corn and soybeans in. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate you for watching. Have a good one.